Was she really oblivious to everything that happened, or did she turn a blind eye? Hey, it's Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, uplifters. So I want to talk about a case that I've been watching for a while now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you all have heard about the case, are watching the case unfold. But I would want to give my input on everything. I want to talk about Jennifer Soto, Stephan Sterns, and Maddie. Maddie was a 13-year-old little girl. She had just turned 13, February of 2024, and she was unalived. I'm just going to refer to Stephan as Sterns. Sterns was supposed to drop Maddie off at school on Monday, but he alleged that Maddie did not want to be seen in his vehicle, so he dropped her off maybe a little ways from school, maybe like a block or so. So when Jennifer went to pick Maddie up from school, she wasn't there. She waited in the car line for 10 minutes, I think she said, but then she ended up leaving. That is a red flag to me, because if you know that your child is at school, what are you going to do? Like, she's supposed to be at school, so wouldn't any normal person, a normal parent, would go inside the school and say, hey, like, I'm here to pick up Maddie, and where is she at? Where is she? No, that did not happen. Jennifer just left. And she said that she had went to her mother's business or something like that was not too far, because sometimes Maddie would walk from school to her grandmother's establishment. So she got there, did not see Maddie at all. And I don't know if she waited a little while longer before she reported her missing, but that is like the whole gist of that. The first red flag is Sterns did not drop her off exactly at school, because anybody knows, like, anything can happen nowadays. And even if a child does not want to be seen in a vehicle because it was a hoopty, in his words, I feel like he had a duty to make sure that she got to school safe. But it was all a lie, allegedly. A few days after Maddie was reported missing and they was looking for her, Sterns was charged with CSAM charges. And I will leave what that means on the screen. And it was material of him and Maddie. Even one of the officers said something along the lines of, it appeared that Maddie would sleep in some of the material. And what also was a red flag to me was the fact that they allowed Maddie to sleep in the same bed as them. I watched all of their interviews, and I listened to everything that was said, and a lot of it did not make sense to me, because if something doesn't make sense, what does that mean? Something is wrong. Something is wrong, in my opinion. So, in Stern's words, Maddie needed to be close to people. Like, she needed that to be touching someone to sleep, supposedly. I understand, like, a lot of, shout out to like step parents, period, because a lot of times step parents take on the role as another parent, or a parent, period. So they take on that role and they look at a child as their own. But then you have some people that have bad intentions. And that's not every step parent. That's not every person that comes in a child's life. But let's be real here. And a lot of cases, that's what happened. People take advantage, people groom, and they do the unthinkable to kids. I'm gonna backtrack, because as the story unfolds and has been unfolding, a lot has come out. And in one of the interviews, Jennifer, which is Maddie's mom, stated that she realized on Sunday that she did not take her bipolar meds and she needed to get rest. So she insisted that Maddie and Sterns go upstairs to another bedroom to go to sleep. Why would your daughter have to go in a room with a grown man that's not her father to sleep? Why couldn't she sleep in the bed with you and Sterns go upstairs? She insinuated or said something along the lines that Maddie is a wild sleeper. Maddie sleeps wild, Maddie this, Maddie, it's like everything suggested that Maddie was the problem. And I'm saying this because of how she talked. I feel like if you have not heard about this case, you should watch like an interview or two, and you will see what I mean. When Jennifer found out that Sterns had been essaying her daughter, it was a sense of like she knew, allegedly, she knew what was going on because of her demeanor and how she carried herself. And a lot of people was saying like, you know, like she is on medication, so she maybe not show emotions the way that we expect people to show emotions. I mean, I get that, but in reality, it doesn't matter. You could probably be able to hear it in her voice or maybe her actions and what she said after that. But what she said did not make sense to me. First, she said that she had seen Maddie that morning before school. Then she heard Maddie that morning. But in reality, she did not see Maddie. She did not hear Maddie. She didn't know anything about what was going on. And I know that it's possible for a person to groom the parent, the mother, as well as the child. But I feel like Jennifer knows more than what she is letting on. Of course, we will never know the truth. We will never know why, because it does not make sense. So why you allow your child to sleep in a room with a man to go to sleep. And he was saying something. He said something along the lines of like, "Oh, she likes to cuddle and this and that," and it was just like he took advantage of that. And possibly he did. I mean, he did the unthinkable to her. It's proof that he did it. And the fact that Jennifer was in the same household is like, how much was you like not paying attention, or you didn't want to see it? Like, you seen it, but you said, you know what, I'm gonna just let him do his thing because we're not intimate. Possibly, it's sickening in itself. And on top of that, Jennifer had roommates. The roommates have heard things, seen, like, not things that would like alarm you, but would like, one of the roommates had seen Sterns and Maddie in the room together. And she texted Jennifer and was like, "Hey, is this okay?" And the only thing that Jennifer said was thank you. Like, being dismissive, and in my opinion, because if somebody's telling you like, "Hey, this is going on," and instead of you addressing it like, "Oh, it's okay," you're just going to say thank you because you know that will get somebody to like, you know what, I'm not even going to say nothing else because I am overstepping possibly. And another roommate had said that that night she heard stuff in the room. Like, she heard something going on in the room. And of course, like, your roommate, you don't want to overstep. At the same time, like, a simple knock on the door would have did it. Like, okay, is everything okay in here? And you would have possibly seen something going on. Like, we don't want to overstep. We don't want to tell someone how to parent. But at the end of the day, if it's something that can save a child from being traumatized or even alive, then why not do it? I feel like, in my heart of me watching things, that Jennifer knew what was going on and she allowed it. And of course, we could speculate about everything that happened, but I feel like something came about and for him to want to unalive her. I'm gonna just say about what he did that day. So he said that he got up around 7 o'clock or whatever the case is, and they got dressed and they got out the door. They made good timing, in his word. They made good timing. And when he got to McDonald's, well, she didn't want McDonald's. That was the whole plan, to get up super early to get McDonald's, because I guess it was like a birthday type of meal, was to go to McDonald's before school. She said that she didn't want the McDonald's, but Stern had said that Maddie did not want the McDonald's, but he was trying to convince her, like, go get the McDonald's or whatever the case is, but she did not want it. So they made good timing. So he decided to drop her off maybe a block from school, and so she could walk, because that's what she liked doing sometimes. But he rarely dropped her off at school. That wasn't even a thing for him to even do. And what he did a lot of stuff that day. But what he did, he allegedly rolled around with her lifeless body. He got a flat tire. He changed the tire. And it's so crazy. If it wasn't for somebody that was driving by that had seen him and made eye contact with them, if it wasn't for that man actually reporting, like, oh, I seen him around this area, I don't think, it probably would have took longer for them to actually find Maddie. So the man that seen him, when he reported it, the people said that he was being too vague. So this man went above and beyond. He went to where he seen him at and took pictures. And like, shout out to him, because he really helped the case in a major way. Sterns did all these things after Maddie was possibly already gone. And he made it to where, like, he even lied about her, like, not wanting to be seen in his car. He lied about everything. And what made me so, like taken aback by everything is the fact that she allegedly believed everything that Sterns said. It's like, I have so many opinions about it, but I'm not going to say too much. It's the fact that people dropped the ball when it came down to Maddie. Even Sterns' parents were talking, and they did an interview, and in that interview they stated that Maddie told them, like, oh, like she likes sleeping, or she sleeps in the bed with Jennifer and Sterns. And supposedly Sterns' parents had got on both of Jennifer and Sterns about it and was like, Maddie shouldn't be sleeping in the bed with you guys, like, she's too old, she's too big, blah blah blah. So what is that saying right there? It's saying that people knew certain things, but they did not speak up. They didn't do their due diligence to make sure that she was safe. And how do we know, of course, like, the whole story? Because maybe we'll never know unless somebody confessed to everything, or the fact that it just comes out because it's a lot of evidence. You know, it is a lot of stuff it was a lot of stuff that was seized. So hopefully everything comes out about it. But I feel like a lot of people dropped the ball with Maddie. And this case should open a lot of people's eyes. Like, everybody is not sincere about you in a child or your kids, period. And it's not saying that somebody will never love you and your kids. I'm not saying that. It's like, you have to not ignore the red flags. You can't be oblivious to the stuff that can happen, and it happens every day. Hopefully this case, if you have watched it, if you have seen things that have gone on in this case, hopefully it opens a lot of people's minds to what can happen. The goal is to protect every child, even if it's not your child. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.